Hello everyone, Crystal Visor here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make the ISGP speedrun template. The link will be in the description to this template. However, I'm going to show you guys how to make it. The first thing we need to do is add the intro graphic, which I just did there. The link to that is in the announcements. This is with Sony Vegas for anyone that has not noticed. Anyway, the next thing we need to do is drag our first clip in. So this is some footage that needs to be cropped. What I'm going to show you guys is firstly how to position it and then how to make sure that it will remain the same resolution, the same size, no matter what footage it is. So what we're doing here is we're adding it to its own channel. I've called it the left racer. And then we see up here, you see these position parameters. Now what you want to do firstly is we're using basic math here. So we're going to make that 480 because you'll notice that at full resolution, it's 1980 by 1080. We then make the width 960 and the height 720. There we go. And so that basically makes it the 4:3 resolution while being 480 pixels to the to the right. So now you'll see that we have the footage there, but it's not quite right yet. We then need to go in and crop it. So we click the crop button there, and that will open up this. And as you will see, we will move it so we get rid of the black bars. You go to the side here and you untick that, and then you're able to move it freely and it won't just go in the resolution that it's selected. So there we go. Move it like so. And then we're done, almost done. We then go into properties and we go disable resample for frame limiting purposes and uncheck maintain aspect ratio. And now, as you can see, it is perfectly in line with what it's meant to be for a speedrun. The next thing we need to do is, we actually probably should have done this first, is actually drag in the background graphic if you want to use that. So that's cool. So now it looks, in line with what we're going for with the template. Drag it to the start, and now you can hear people.
No.
All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to drag in the other clip. This is one from Liam, and it's entirely different resolution, entirely different thing. You see he's got his anime background there, and he's got it all weird and wacky. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make it 960 by 720, as so. You can also just duplicate it. And instead of being 480, we go minus 480. And then we make it 2 because I want it to go slightly up there. You don't have to do that. But now you see we have both equally, they're now the same size. Basically, maintain aspect ratio as well. That's basically your failsafe, so it will maintain the aspect ratio of 4:3 that we've created in track motion. And I'm doing this the wrong way here. I should just move it to a later clip, but as you can see, I'm putting it into the same resolution as the game. Oh, sorry, not the same resolution, but the same. I'm just making sure only the game is in footage here, and as you can see, that is not entirely the case. You'll see that it's CC as the top bar. I'm just going to bring it in like that. And we now have it absolutely perfect. So, yes, you can hear both runs going on at once there. Cool. This is 2 separate races, by the way. Anyway, once we've done that, the next thing we need to go to is go to Media Generators and go to Legacy. Go to Text. And now we drag it to its own channel. And we'll call this at the top here ISGP2 or whatever. We can call it. You could say ISGP Group B, Group C, whatever group you are. You can put text up there. We just prefer just have International Spyro Grand Prix 2. There we go. We'll call that on there. Title. Yep. So yeah, make sure it's the right size. This is obviously quite large. We're going to then go in and make it Bahnschrift, which is the font we use. Like that, and then we go to placement and we press the up arrow keys. We can move it up into that position there. So that is perfect. From there, we only have one more thing to really do, one massive thing to do, and that is, of course, the competitor names. So we're going to drag another name, as I struggle to, and that is that's going to be our left racer. Look at me fail. Look at me fail. Look at that. All right, drag it down. Oh my, I'm keeping this in, guys, because you just need to see this failure here. All right, drag it up again to the top layer, or at least above the background, and we call that left racer. and we'll write down Liam. There we go, make it a bit smaller, say 26, Bahn Schrift. And then we go for the left, we move it all the way over into where it says minus 500, which puts it basically in the middle, like so. And then we do the exact same thing. You can duplicate it, and then you delete it, you copy it as you want to create a new copy, not a duplicate. You can just do that manually, and then you call it Right Racer, James Jones, the legend, and we'll move it to, instead of minus 500, plus 500. And so there we go. From there, all you really have to do is make sure it's all aligned. Then you start editing, the speed run itself, get the timing right, get it all sorted. That's in some ways the harder part, making sure the audio is all synced up and all the the footage is all as close to accurate as possible. If you want to do like a big fade out, what you can do is you can just select all of the channels there and then drag it to what it needs to be, like so. See, very, very easy. And then from there, Kiefer serenades us off into the sunset. Go back to the start, drag it all in. You want to basically, as soon as you have the intro, then you have everything rock up at the start like that. So you want everything to be aligned, and then boom.
So,
See, goes to the next thing.
now the goal is.
See if you got that. Nah.
Now,
Put it in.
So-
See, that is absolutely perfect. So thank you guys for watching. Hope this helps. Link will be just in the description to this template. See ya.